right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It is just Harmless Dave here, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there and just like me right here. Woodstock 50 has been officially announced, or at least the lineup for the concert. And I gotta say, I am rather underwhelmed and shocked and surprised at some of the names who are going to be there. First of all, they bill headliners, the headliners at the show, people like Jay-Z and Miley Cyrus as your headliners for Woodstock 50. Yeah. Yeah, there's John Fogerty. Yeah, there's Santana. Yeah, there's some hot tuna. There's David Crosby without the rest of his bandmates, and I'm really blown away as to why they couldn't get CSNY there. There's no incredible guitar player to fill in for the late, great Jimi Hendrix. Nobody even in that category that I looked at. I mean, did they think that maybe the highlight of Woodstock or one of them was Hendrix and that maybe they ought to get somebody who can play guitar? How about bring Neil Schon in? I mean, somebody who can play guitar and who can maybe light up the crowd with some great guitar soloing and so forth. That would be a good pick. Or maybe you want someone younger who's an up-and-coming artist. There are a few good things, like I said. John Fogerty is there, of course. His former bandmates and him still can't see eye to eye to get these guys together. Would have been an amazing show and a great reunion, but I guess that's just literally never going to happen. Hell will have to literally freeze over, and not the Eagles kind of hell freezes over, but the CCR hell freezing over, which I think is far more realistic. You had just incredible artists. I mean, what R&B band today can compare themselves to Sly and the Family Stone? Nobody. There's nobody on the scene today that's even close to Sly and the Family Stone. So if you bring in all this rap and hip hop and pop stuff with all the choreography and lip syncing, is that going to go over well at Woodstock? I just, folks, you can just feel the generational shift when you look at these lineups. Yeah, there are some good things. Greta Van Fleet is going to be there. Good for them. The Marcus King Band, great band. Good for them. Robert Plant is going to be there with his Shapeshifters band, not the band that he was around at the time with, which, again, another missed opportunity for a Led Zeppelin reunion with Jason Bonham. Again, I don't get it. I mean, yeah, John Sebastian's going to be there. Country Joe McDonald. There are a few names that were on that list that are legendary as part of the original Woodstock, but you just look at it and you go, there's not enough. Probably, here's the problem with the newer music today. There's not enough newer music that's being made that sounds like the stuff that came out back in those days. There's not enough. And if you bring somebody so new and so kind of just off the grid, so to speak, you're probably going to alienate the people that are going to see their heroes. And maybe the promoters just felt that old folks weren't going to show up, that the people who went to see Santana 50 years ago, yeah, they might come back to see Carlos, but we really need to put all of these other artists in as a kind of like a security blanket to kind of, just in case this thing bombs, we need Jay-Z and Miley Cyrus there to bring attendance numbers up. I mean, I don't know. There's no really good way to salvage this. I just don't understand. CSNY, yeah, David Crosby and friends. I don't know who his friends are going to be. Maybe everybody will show up. I don't know. I'm guessing it's going to be other friends and not his friends from CSNY. And I don't understand. I hear those guys aren't getting along too well these days. They should enjoy life because they are kind of at the latter stages of their, existence on planet Earth, and you would think they'd want to try to make amends and get along with one another. It's just really sad. But anyway, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents out there because my 2 cents, they're worth maybe 3 cents to some people. I'm just completely underwhelmed. But look, I didn't really think the Woodstock, 99 thing was all that impressive, although it was better and it was more rock oriented. Again, you can't really compare anything today to like Richie Havens or Ravi Shankar or any of these people who were there originally. There's just nothing that compares to it. I mean, that was an original festival with music that was one of a kind, that was just one great artist after another, and something for everybody, so to speak. But it was all real, and I do observe real music, so I'm a little, I guess disappointed, and I guess mortality too, and looking at how time has passed and how much of those folks, a lot of them aren't on planet Earth anymore, which is sad. But it's even more discouraging to see this other stuff replacing the quality that was at Woodstock, because it just shows where music has gone. All right, done with this video. Very opinionated, but occasionally I get off on a tangent or up on a soapbox, and I wouldn't buy a ticket to Woodstock 50. I mean, if you could maybe segregate some of those groups and put them on day one and then let everybody else go and listen to the stuff on day 3 or whatever, but it's all mixed together. So you're kind of forced, oh, really? I guess you can just wander around while somebody that you don't like is up there, but you couldn't do that at the original Woodstock. You had to just be completely focused on that stage because you never knew who was going to be on next. And if you missed it, you probably felt like, you wanted to kick yourself at the end of the show. So, in any event, I know there was a lot of extracurricular activity going on at the original Woodstock between the sex and the drugs, but the music, it was just off the charts, crazy good, and this time around, not so much. All right, see you soon.